At the end of the day, if we don't have agreements with the three of them by September 14th, then there will be action.
The head of the United Auto Workers says members plan to strike against Detroit's Big Three if they do not reach a new agreement by next week when their current contract expires.
He made those comments during an interview with the Associated Press today. The negotiations happen every 4 years, and the union's demands this time around include an end to wage tiers, double-digit pay raises, pensions for all workers, and a 32-hour-long work week.
Economists predict any stoppage of work could cost the state and country billions of dollars in wages and company-wide losses. UAW's president noted some progress, though he says representatives continue to talk to Ford and they plan to meet with GM tomorrow.
And while West Michigan does not assemble cars, many companies in the area make the parts that are used to build them.
And this is new at 10 tonight. We're learning about what a potential strike could mean for our area. Marisa Oberly has been following this for us. She joins us live after speaking to a local professor. Marisa.
Yeah, Josh and Janice, that professor says more than 15% of manufacturing jobs in Kent and Ottawa counties help supply components for automakers like Detroit's Big Three. It equates to about $30 billion in economic activity, so any work stoppage would likely affect them too and everyday consumers.
We've weathered these things before.
It's a metaphorical storm that may not bring widespread destruction.
The sky is not falling, but it will lead to some pain for some people.
However, Paul Isley still predicts isolated incidents of damage for West Michigan if speculation of a United Auto Workers strike, which could start as early as next Friday, comes true.
Something that's short, a week or two, generally has very little lasting effect. It doesn't tend to create any problems that are seen. As you go past that time frame, then you start seeing the second and third tier suppliers start to have to cut what they're doing. And that starts affecting us.
The Grand Valley State University economics professor explains several companies in the area manufacture parts that Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis need to create their vehicles. So a stoppage of work in Detroit would probably do the same here. But with many of them still financially fragile from the pandemic, Isley says it's possible those businesses could close or lay off workers, depending on how long it lasts.
People can't buy and sell things that they could before. And so their incomes drop, and that affects their ability to do the things they do every day. Certainly, I would start to get worried as we get out into the month, 2 month range.
He notes both sides want a deal, though, and understand the risk of a strike. An analysis released by an East Lansing group last month estimated a 10-day stoppage from all three automakers could result in a $5.6 billion national economic loss. It also says record low vehicle inventory means dealers and customers would notice a strike much sooner than in the past. Isley agrees.
This really suggests that it will have a short-run effect on the price of automobiles. And quite frankly, it's probably going to have a long-term effect. Even though labor is only a small fraction of the total cost, it is extremely important on the margin for pricing. And therefore, it will have an end effect on the price of cars.
However, he thinks this eventual deal could improve working conditions across the country. Workers just need to wait out the storm for now.
It's expensive for both sides. It's politically damaging for both sides. They want to get it done, and so generally these things don't last that long.
Isley says over the next few days, people should pay attention to the rhetoric used by the union and automakers and look for any conciliatory language or willingness to compromise. He explains that's usually a sign that a strike could be avoided. Reporting for Fox 17 News tonight, I'm Marisa Oberly.